Dave, to use one of your favourite phrases, that was quite basketball-y at times today. Not a great deal of control in the game. What was it like for you watching that?
We thought that would be the case, and sometimes when you play against certain opponents, if they want to make the game like that, then the game ends up like that. There's not a massive amount you can do. The way you suppose you get away from it is you punish them when you get them opportunities, and we had opportunities in the first 10 minutes of the game to not be out of sight by any stretch, but certainly to be in front. And if we got ourselves in front, then you challenge what they're doing, and if one can then become two, it becomes again a different game, probably very similar to the game they had last week here against Aldershot, when 1 became 2, became 3, became 7. And they're the type of team that, because they play the way they do and commit bodies forward, that they will leave themselves open. And if you pick the right pass at the right time, you can play through them and you'll get opportunities. On the flip side of that, they ask you and make you defend, because they do flood forward with bodies and keep players high up the pitch. So we had a feeling there'd be goals. Thankfully, we've scored more goals than them today, and that's not always how you want a game of football to be. Well, it is always how you want a game of football to be, but certainly not in the manner of it being 4-2. And we didn't allow ourselves to get that control, because the game was a game right till the end. I think, for again, disappointing for the Swindon fans in the fact that they've not won the game. Brilliant for our fans in the fact we go away with 3 points. But as a neutral, that's a proper game of football, open football, with some not very good defending at times and some challenge in terms of what each team asked themselves to do defensively.
The signs were there in the first half, as you say, in terms of the chances you were creating, the high turnovers that you were getting as well. And I've got to say, even at 2-1 down, there didn't seem to be any panic, almost a belief that you keep going and get back into the game and get those opportunities.
From my eyes, there was little bits of panic, just in terms of, I thought, listen, we have the Woods dynamic in the team, and we spoke around game plan today, turnovers, being able to make forward runs and play forward passes. I thought, and this is a criticism that I've shared with the players, that sometimes we can be safe and that ball forward becomes too much of an out ball, especially when the referee was not really giving any free kicks or anything anyway, so it wasn't a case of you getting much from it. So it's picking your moments. But once we got them in at sort of a half time, you then have a brilliant response in terms of saying, if it's onto cross, if it's onto playing to what's brilliant, if it's onto cross the ball, if it's not onto cross, then let's build a little bit, let's try and have a modicum of control, even if it's in their final third, because we thought we could get in certain areas without going into too much detail. So, yeah, you're going to make this. We were thinking about making changes. We were going to be really aggressive. Our bench was ridiculously strong today in terms of what it looked like. And I've got 3 subs ready to go. A change of shape and 3 attacking players on the pitch and some defenders coming off, and then Woods equalises, and then within a few minutes Odin scored an absolute worldie, and the game's then changed, the dynamics changed in terms of what it looks like. So brilliant character, like I say, determination to keep this run going, and a brilliant 3 points.
The goal of the game, of course, has come from Odin Bailey. Kind of felt last week when he finally got that goal that hopefully the floodgates might open up a little bit for him, and not bad for his right foot.
It's a brilliant strike. It's probably, again, I said at half time, around when we get in there, can we hit the target more? Because we had opportunities in the first half. Odin's been practicing free kicks, and you wouldn't know it from nearly breaking that clock up at the top of that stand. He had another strike on his left foot where we get a corner, but it's still going off target. We get a corner, so Maka has one set back to into the box. We hit it over the bar. We have to hit the target. I didn't envisage to hit the target in that manner, but I'm delighted that he did. It's a brilliant goal on your good foot and on your wrong foot. So to put us in front, like I say, it's a goal fitting to win any game. It put us in front and allowed us to go get that last one, which made the last 10 minutes a lot easier than it would have been.
Just wanted to ask you about the performance of Will Collar today as well, because particularly after the injury to Sars, he really stepped up. He was everywhere at times in that second.
He was, yeah. Brilliant in terms of the goal. Disappointed with the second goal, because he knows that he can come out and and defend better. We've got him facing the touchline. He overshoots his press. So things you can learn on. But he's back to where he was at. Back in the goals, as you say, a driving force. To lose Sauce from that, but then to go with Odin and Will in there that both contribute in terms of goals and add to or make the loss of Sauce not really affect the game in the grand scheme of things is credit to them. Credit to all of them, really. Like I say, I'll be the harshest critic because I know what they can do. Like I say, they showed real determination and character there to I suppose in the first bit of adversity we've had on this, or real bit of adversity we've had in this long run, to turn the game on its head and win from a losing position twice, which is brilliant.
Just on Sars, how was he?
Yeah, so it landed on his shoulder, so an AC sprain. Fingers crossed, not too bad. Like I say, I've said this before and I look stupid, but maybe we should fear the worst and think he's going to be out for 6 months. And if he's out for 2 weeks, then it's a positive. But he's fine in there. We just have to see how it settles. I'm assuming we'll get him scanned on Monday, but nothing really serious where you're straight away looking at something and going, oh no, this is going to be a long one. Fingers crossed it's weeks rather than months, and we can get him back out there because he's in great form.
And obviously, in terms of the decisions you have to make from the touchline when Sars goes off, you have so many options on the bench. You could have gone light for light. You have Nick Powell, Callum Camps, you went for Vittoria, went back to that back three, and it seemed to work. To be fair, it's obviously paid off with the equalising goal.
We knew today, just in the way they set up, is a challenge if you play a back four. So we knew that, and we planned that if we needed to, they keep their wing backs really high and really wide, and ultimately end up with a 5 up the pitch with Kemp. So you're then taking a chance to defend 5 against 4. On the flip side of that, we then know if we pick the ball up, hence we did in the first 10 minutes, you pick the ball up, you've got an overload at the top end of the pitch where you can create chances. So when the game was a bit stretched, we'd planned that if we needed to, Ethan would shuffle round, Odin would drop in as a left wing back. So you then got a decision to make. So you're losing Sauce, you've not really got a like for like. You could play Campsey in there, but he's not playing a lot of football. Ibby coming in was something that I envisaged would maybe need to happen later in the game, and you have a decision to make. And it's a split-second reactionary one that says, let's go like that. If it didn't work, then we had the opportunity to, and I said to Aki, that's why I brought Aki over, in possession, if we needed to become a 4, then he could have stepped into midfield, become a back 4, with 2 older midfield players in Crosby and Aki, and allowing Will and Odin to go and support Tanto and Wood. So there was I suppose, a method in the madness. Thankfully it's come off. If he gets through the game, we probably have to readjust our thinking with him for Tuesday. But we've won and everyone goes home delighted.
Nice moment at the end for Callum Camps as well. A bit of a scuffer, but that goal should do the world of good.
We all count, don't they? No, absolutely. Listen, to make the last 10 minutes very not very comfortable. A lot more comfortable than it would have been. And we still wanted to be positive. It's funny. I got sent an article about Ange Postecoglou at Tottenham around Tottenham and them changing what they did in bits of games because of the scoreline and the time on the clock. I don't know, they might regret it a little bit today, being 1-0 up in injury time and losing 2-1, but we still wanted to be positive around what we do. And at the end there, we've got bodies forward, we've done great down this side, the ball gets crossed. Even if we're attacking or we're looking to defend, our rest defence is brilliant in terms of crosses in the middle of the pitch. Campsey's still going and supporting. A little nutmeg pass from Crosby, I'm not sure he meant it, but I'll ask him. And like you say, a horrible scuff from Campsey in the wrong corner, but we'll absolutely take it, because, as I say, in terms of the effort that they all put into that second half, it made the last bit a lot more comfortable in terms of how we could control the game.
Just finally on Tuesday night in the, I've got to get this right, Bristol Street Motors Trophy, as it's now called. You're already through, of course, but a win would get you top spot, get you a home tie in the next round. How do you sort of approach that game?
We make lots of changes. Like I say, we're in a position where we didn't envisage that maybe Ibby would get the minutes he would get today, and we would have used that as an opportunity to get him minutes. But we've Noyle, Byrne, Camps, Madden, Powell, Pond, Richardson, Smith, all need minutes, and that's the, like I say, the beauty of where our squad is at the moment. So we will make changes because, as I say, going into this period, this busy period, especially when you get to Christmas and New Year, if we've got our full squad of 20 plus players fit, then we're in a really good place. And you combine that with the run we're on at the moment, that can only be a positive for us.
Lucky number 13. Well done today, Dave.
Cheers, thank you.